What's up, guys? This is Andre Kenshin here, and today we're doing the upcoming. We're this is not upcoming. We're doing another episode of Dallas Mavericks Association franchise. In today's video, I decided to skip the Philadelphia 76ers. As you can see, they won 80-66, as Shawn Marion scores 23 points and Jrue Holiday scores 18 points, and Iggy almost up double 15 and 8. Let's check out the November 22 scores. We got the Pacers beat the Pistons, Celtics beat the Wizards, Grizzlies beat the Lakers, and Bulls beat the Nuggets, Suns beat the Hornets, Heat beat the Hawks, and Mavericks beat the Sixers. How about the Grizzlies knock up the Lakers? How about that? So in this game, we're up against the Houston Rockets. We got a Texas Showdown, and we see the check. Before I forgot the ABA Bowl here, there he is. So now it's time to play with the showdown with a rival Texas with the Houston Rockets. So this is Andre Kenshin. I will join this video, and now let's get back and join this game.
Hello everyone and welcome to 2K Sports. Damon Bruce here. It's Wednesday night basketball. It's Jason Kidd and the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Houston Rockets. And now let's head to Houston. We'll be listening in on Kevin Harlan and company for today's broadcast.
Thanks for tuning in for our Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So for the Mavericks, their last game, a win against Philadelphia. And their performance, in a word, sensational. Doing everything right on both ends of the floor. You can see the dominance in the box score.
Man, what an incredible night from beyond the arc that they had. The three-pointer is the big weapon.
And Steve, once the shot started to fall, then it became much easier to quick release.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Carter is out there with Jason Kidd. Then there's Nowitzki. Then it's Odom. And it's Marion in at the three spot. And for the Rockets, Scola out there with Terrence Williams. Then there's Dragic. And it's Hayes. And it's Martin in at the two.
And the Rockets last season, 9th in the West, just barely missing the playoffs. And, you know, it's tough in the Western Conference, guys. That's the fourth time in 11 years that Houston has won 42 games or more and missed the playoffs.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kevin McHale.
It's their first look at the defending NBA champions this season, which he acknowledged adds to the atmosphere surrounding this game. He talked, of course, about Dirk Nowitzki, but said that if you pay too much attention to Dirk, guys like Jason Terry or Shawn Marion can step up and do their share of damage as well.
Thanks again, Doris. Yeah, respectable, Steve, for the Rockets to win the 43 and still miss the playoffs. I mean, Clark, if they were in the East, and of course it's easy to say, but if they were, they would have been the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference in the playoff rotation.
Yeah, and they would have bumped the Pacers out of the playoffs, and I wouldn't have been too happy about
you
that.
would
So
not like that, no.
I'm glad it worked out just the way that it did. And that's not even taking into account the strength of the Rockets' schedule. I mean, really, the resiliency of this team to still be so tough with the injury issues they dealt with. Very, very impressive. I thought Rick Adelman and that staff and those players, really did a solid job staying together and playing really well late in the season, I thought.
Here's Dragic. He's covered by Kidd. Marion gets the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. And making a change here, the Mavericks. Terry's checked in. Here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. That's good.
Kevin McHale getting back into the league, guys, after a stint as a broadcaster. I mean, that seems the path to go to coaching. Steve, are you headed to the sideline sometime soon? The Rockets felt he was the right guy for the job, and he very well might be.
You kidding me? I work one night a week and I get summers off. Why would I ever leave this seat?
Here's Odom. Followed score by Kevin Martin. Here's Kidd. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Well, you mentioned Mikhail, Clark, and, you know, with their roster, I think he's a great fit because they have a lot of young post players that can use his tutelage.
Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. Great lob, great catch, perfect execution on the alley-oop.
And not just with any old finish either, but big stuff.
Yeah, little something for everybody, Kevin.
From outside the arc, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Man, guys, you just gotta love this offensive skill set. I mean, that's what he does, and that's who he is.
Nowitzki for three. That's good. Nowitzki's got 6.
And a 3 the other way.
Back and forth we go, neither side giving an inch.
Williams in the post, started by Marion. That's good. And that'll tie this game up. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Well, I mean, what can you say about Dirk last year in the playoffs? I mean, come on, he was absolutely unbelievable.
Good. It has been all offense here early.
It sure has been. I mean, both teams clicking, and it's been an entertaining game as well, guys.
And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Kidd's got 3 assists tonight. But Clark, getting back to what you were saying about Dirk, that first game in the Thunder series was something for the ages. Remember that 48 points,
My goodness.
24 of 24 from the free throw line. Steve, just an incredible number.
Well, probably the most efficient game that I've ever seen anybody play. And you look at Dirk's performance throughout the playoffs, Kevin. He just came up huge time and again. And he earned that Finals MVP, and it was great to see. He's put in a lot of work over the years, and he earned that championship. And, man, what a player.
Hasheem Thabeet, he's checked in for Houston. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Dallas. Peja Stojakovic comes in for Sean Marion. Out of bounds. And they retain possession. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. Dirk Nowitzki third.
Kevin, you know, the season is 82 games long, and anything can happen. But I tell you what, if he keeps scoring like this, the rest of the season is going to look very good for his ball club.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. Patterson's got his first basket of the night.
Look how they've been scoring the basketball, and it's really fun to watch them because all the baskets are coming off assists.
Well, keep that in mind. I mean, they're a much more efficient team when they make that extra pass. When they get in trouble, it's when they're taking quick shots.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Well, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. Bring an extra defender and force somebody else to beat you.
I agree with you. Make him give it up.
And here's Kidd from the arc. And the shot is good. Kidd's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all of our threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
Fader on the way, and Dallas again with the bucket. Here's Dragic. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. And that one falls for Dragic. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Kidd. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Terry. Back to Nowitzki. They're moving it around. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Martin.
We just had to hang around for a while. A little extra hang time on that dunk and made sure the photo op didn't go to waste.
I'll tell you what, that's usually a technical foul, Clark. I think he got away with that one there.
Here's Dragic. Lets it go with the three. Budinger, good. Budinger's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside, Stojakovic. Incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a huge play. I mean, a lot of guys would rush that and throw off their mechanics, but he was textbook perfect.
He sure was. Took his time and just a gorgeous last-second release.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 8.
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
And we'll return momentarily.
Coming up.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Here is Barea. 8-point game.
And in this Texas rivalry last year between the Mavericks and the Rockets, Dallas had the advantage. They lost the first meeting, but won the next 3 to take the season series 3-1.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Peja Stojakovic. Marion is out there with Hayward. And there's Carter. And it's Barea in at the point. Lowry kicks to Lee. Clock at 6. Goes right up. Hayes blocked. Mavericks leading by 11. Stojakovic with the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
I like that. Run to the three-point line, find a wide-open shot.
Steve, those games you mentioned between Houston and Dallas, those have a lot of impact, Clark, in that division as well.
I agree, Kevin. I mean, Houston ended up being the only team in the Southwest not to make the playoffs. And part of that was Dallas not giving them any ground in the games when they met each other.
Right. Carter for 3. Gets it to go. Carter's got 12.
Pretty pass there, right where he needed to put it.
Stojakovic against Lowry. And the layup falls.
That's a tough matchup, and yet he found a way to get off that shot. Impressive.
You know what, guys? I mean, those are really the kind of challenges he loves. I mean, he's that kind of competitor.
Tell you what, they just cannot miss out there.
And the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they've been powerless to slow him down. No effect at all.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And once again, the Mavs were a terrific road team last year, winning 28 games and losing 13 away from Dallas.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. In second, the Rockets.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
Houston making some changes. Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Hayes. Williams comes in for Chase Budinger. And it's Martin in for Courtney Lee. Here's Scola, and Houston again with the bucket. Clark, you always don't think of them that way, but the Mavs have been a great team on the road for quite some time.
You do overlook that, Kevin, until you look at the numbers. I mean, I'm not sure why it is, but they consistently are at the top of the NBA in road wins year to year. Even closed out their first-round playoff win last year on the road. That's always impressive.
Martin from outside, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Excellent teamwork to set up that hoop, Kevin. A sweet dime there.
Deep 2 from Stojakovic, and Dallas again with the bucket. Here's Lowry, right now averaging 5 points a game.
Well, Vince Carter always had a knack for hitting tough shots, and with his length and that athleticism, you knew he could create space and shoot over the top of defenders.
Martin for 3, gets the bucket. Martin's got 6 points in the quarter.
He was really a non-factor in that first quarter, but he found a way to step it up here.
And Marion gets it to go. Here's Lowry. And Vince Carter certainly, Steve, could hit some tough shots. The downside, Clark, was, of course, sometimes maybe he settled for tough shots.
And those tough shots, Kevin, only get tougher as you age. I mean, the years accumulate. You have to get creative. It's just not as easy to fool or bamboozle defenders and to get easier shots.
Some coach told me that the hardest thing in coaching in the NBA, Clark, is coaching an aging superstar. Tonight, we're looking here at Vince Carter, and he is in that category right now. One time he was the show in the league. Sometimes your mind says yes, but your body says no if you're that player.
Yeah, we call it a crisis of identity. It's a tough thing to deal with, particularly on the stage of pro sport.
He's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, the Rockets play in one of the toughest divisions in the NBA, the Southwest. So difficult to win games in that division. In fact, they won only 5 of 16 matchups with their divisional opponents.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Hasheem Thabeet. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Dragic. In for Kyle Lowry. Rockets trail by 15. Well, when you think about the Rockets playing all these games in that rugged Southwest Division, Clark, I feel sorry for them. I mean, a winning record and no playoffs.
Yeah, we just talked about that in terms of how tough the West is. And above all that, they had to play a quarter of their schedule against the toughest division in the league, did the Rockets. There is no easy game when you're in that Southwest Division.
Williams passes to Dragic. He's picked up by Kidd. Taken away by Kidd.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
That's good. Kidd's got 7. 59 seconds left in the second quarter. Kevin Martin on the wing. Wide open. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
Boy, he set him up beautifully with that assist. Room service style.
For the most part, they're doing a nice job of taking care of the ball, though.
From deep, Stevenson, another 3 for Dallas.
Well, that's the problem. You turn the ball over, and your defense just isn't set up at the other end.
And sometimes when it happens that way, it almost feels like a 4-point bucket.
Nowitzki for 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Nowitzki's got 5 points now this quarter. Timeout called the Rockets. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And I'll tell you what, we've seen some tough divisional battles between these two teams before. And we're going to get to see them 4 more times this season, starting tonight.
For the Rockets, Luis Scola, he's checked in for Patterson. Budinger checks in for Terrence Williams. And it's Lee in for Kevin Martin. No good from Dragic. Mavericks leading by 21.
Slowing it down here, smart. Play for the last shot of the quarter.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, dribble it down to 6 seconds or so and then go. That way you got a chance for a second shot if you miss.
Takes the 3. Gets it to go. Dragic has got 17.
What a great example of how to set a good pick. He really allowed his man a wide open look.
Terry, that's and he knocks it down.
Ooh-wee. Kevin, that was a big shot to extend their lead and send them in the half.
It's a Wednesday night edition of the And checking out another game that wrapped up out at Time Warner Cable Arena, it was the Bobcats losing to the Grizzlies. They just could not come up even close. They fell apart. And here's a look at the other NBA action around the league. Orlando on top against the Spurs at AT&T Center. Not a lot left to be decided there. A big advantage for them in the fourth quarter. And that'll wrap it up here. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Mavericks leading by 20.
Boy, how good were the Mavericks last year against the Western Conference? They won 35 times against Western opponents.
Hayes out there with Scola. Then there's Martin. Then it's Terrence Williams. And it's Dragic in at the 1. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Hayes. That's him coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got assist number 5 here tonight. Going back onto the Mavs, they didn't win the division, Clark, but they nabbed the 3 seed in the playoffs. And that played a nice part of it.
Yeah, you know, they edged out the Thunder by 2 wins, and the difference there was the record of those 2 teams against the Western Conference. So I know it's a long season, and sometimes it's hard to value every game, but when you're a playoff team, a contending championship team, every game does mean something during that regular season.
Absolutely. And stolen by Scola.
Look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad, just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him, bring help, and make him move the ball. You know, guys, after 4 seasons with Coach Adelman at the helm, the Rockets front brass decided to go in a new direction this offseason. A little bit surprising because of Rick Adelman's respect and success around the league. A bold move for a franchise, not afraid to think differently. I think Adelman did a great job helping that team overachieve, though.
Williams kicks to Hayes. He's working on Nowitzki. Again, the Rockets score.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
And Steve, you know, Adelman wasn't in favor. And the big-time jam. Let's see it again with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, that's a dunk you will not see. Very often. You won't pass that one by.
No doubt about that.
I wish he would, though. You can never see too many of those.
Dragic kicks to Hayes. Now the pass to Williams. Guarded now by Lamar Odom. And Williams slams it in.
All business there, not messing. Around one bit, flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
You know, last year a bit of a weird one for Terrence Williams. I mean, he started out with the Nets and then eventually was traded to the Rockets mid-season.
Taken away by Hayes. And Houston comes up with it. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Let's take a look at Dallas. Right now they're off to a fast start. First place in the conference. And of course the Rockets, 2.5 games away.
Right now for the Rockets, they've been rolling along beautifully to start the season. They've got the media, their fans, and most importantly themselves believing this is going to be a special year.
Well, you look at how they finished last year to where they are now, and you understand why there's so much excitement surrounding this team. And they've got some confidence, there's belief, as you said, Clark. And when the fans are finally excited like they are now, and now you know you got something special.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas. Clark, you brought up Terrence Williams. He broke some rules at New Jersey, too, and they sent him, Steve, remember, to the D-League as punishment.
Yeah, so talented. I mean, Terrence Williams is a guy, when you look at him and you watch him play, you think, man, he could be a star. So for him, it's a matter of maturity. If he can grow and learn how to just work on his game and keep his focus on improving his game and helping the team, he's got a chance to be special.
Those are what we call confidence building blocks.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And it was all about interior defense in that one. They were really clogging the paint, blocking shots, overall just really protecting the rim.
Steve, in a word, the defense down low, intimidating.
And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. The Mavericks, number 1.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Here's Marion, and easy 2 points on the layup. Marion's got 9. Here's Dragic, 25 points in the game. Hangs, he flies to the bucket and lays it in.
My goodness, seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead. You know, Dallas survived the Blazers in round 1 and had to deal with a much bigger threat in L.A. in round 2.
Rockets trail by 18. Here's the 3, and another 3 for Houston. Back to the Mavs for just a moment. What a message they sent, Steve, by sweeping the Lakers in 4.
Well, and that was the point where you knew they were a championship caliber team. I mean, they were, a lot of people expecting them to actually lose to Portland in the first round. When they won that series, it was like, okay, but you sweep the Lakers, man, that's something.
Here's Nowitzki, out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Let's see what the Dallas Mavericks have coming up. They're off to Denver after this game as they apply their skills at the Pepsi Center. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. For the Rockets, Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Scope. Williams comes in for Chase Budinger. And it's Lee in for Kevin Martin. Jason Terry is checked in for Dallas. The open look. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Terry. Terry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively.
Nowitzki with the steal, and here's the fast break. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, even though it's transition, he's got the green light to fire from there if he has a good look at it.
There's Dragic with the 3. Good! Dragic has got 16 points here in the second half. Mavericks leading by 15. Three-pointer, Kidd gets it to go.
He got that one, but he hasn't been producing the way we're accustomed to. He needs to look for a shot a bit more.
Hayes down low. He's against Nowitzki. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 8 points in the quarter. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Nowitzki got it. Good job in the low post. And the Mavericks lead by 18.
Boy, big man with very soft hands and a nice touch around the hoop.
Outside Williams. From deep. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Now, we've seen this from him before. Once he gets going, look out.
And here is Marion. Outside Terry. What an amazing buzzer beater.
Boy, how... How about that? You want to talk about cool? How about cool, calm customer?
And I'll tell you what, a split second later, guys, and it's a totally different result here. What a shot.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
And we'll be back live from Houston.
The excitement builds as the NBA season heats up. Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers this Friday, 8 Central. Don't miss it.
And now let's send it to our sideline reporter Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Kevin, we've seen the spark in this game come from Jason Terry. They have a sizable advantage here, and in large part, it's because of the punch he's provided off the bench. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. He sure did stir things up for him.
Well, he was an injection of a different kind of energy out there. Got him going in the right direction, and really gave him something the starters weren't able to give him.
Well, give him credit. I mean, he was just waiting for his chance, and he took full advantage.
So with Nowitzki sitting on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Peja Stojakovic is out there with Haywood. Then there's Carter. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Terry in at the shooting guard position.
Guy's been an artist with that three-point shot.
He sure has been, Steve. I mean, the majority of his points have come from out there.
Here's Lowry. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, another uncontested three there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up one, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Scola backing down. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. That's 10 points for Luis Scola. Carter for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Another fast break hoop. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills.
Scola kicks to Lowry. There's the triple. Gets it to go. He's got 6 here in this quarter.
They may have to climb on his back to get back into this game.
Outside Terry, and the basket good.
I tell you what, you watch this guy put it in the basket, and his scoring ability can just astound you at times.
Here's Lee. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Here's Barea. Carter open against Williams. And Vince Carter with the slam.
That was vicious. I mean, real vicious. He hung on the rim just to say, you realize. This is my basket.
That is a nice finishing touch.
Yeah, just finishing with a little emphasis, guys. Nothing wrong with that.
Williams against Carter. From 17 feet out. Shots good by Lee.
Living a little room service dime with that dish.
Terry outside. Over Lee. And another basket for Dallas.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, the Rockets just barely missed out on making the playoffs a year ago, but they were tough on the home court. They went 25-16 in Houston.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Scola. Budinger checks in for Jordan Hill. Kevin Martin is checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Dragic in for Kyle Lowry. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Lamar is checked in for Haywood. Nowitzki comes in for Lucas Stojakovic. Sean Stevenson checked in for Jason Terry. Jason Kidd is subbed in for J.J. Barea. Well, still talking about this Houston front office. Very forward thinking. They've got some smart people in there crunching the numbers. Now, a lot of teams are kind of following that same pursuit.
Well, you know, there are no bigger copycats in the world than those. Focus on presidents or general managers, and that does seem to be the trend around the league. I mean, every team looking for an edge, trying to find the right players, right strategy, and measuring success almost on a play-by-play basis. And the Rockets somewhat at the forefront of that kind of movement. And you know what? I think there's some merit to it. I don't want to go overboard with it. You still need the software, if you will, the numbers for the hardware. The software is the people that can make some of those decisions. You got a good blend of both, you can be successful.
So for the Rockets, Scola comes in for Chuck Hayes. And it's Lowry in for Chase Budinger. Here's Martin. Right side, Scola. Good.
He still has not missed a shot. Where would they be without him?
Mavericks leading by 19. And the shot is good. 35 points for Nowitzki.
Looks like this one's over. They really played well tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we can take it out of the oven. This game is cooked.
Here's Martin. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. 16 points for Martin.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
You know, when he plays well, generally the team does too, and it's exactly what we're seeing here today.
From downtown, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. And so here in Dallas, lays out. Stevenson is to Nowitzki. Another three for Dallas.
Too much casual effort here. Like the days of getting back on defense there, fella.
Yeah, it's costing them that 7 of their last 10 points that they've given up coming in transition.
Which is just 41. Now here's Stevenson. He's guarded by Frank Rush. And foul hard that time. Open to the line and shoots.
Guys, you look back at all the teams that have won the championship, but a lot of them have had X-factor guys. Somebody who's ahead. And I think you could point to a number of guys that Mavs, but how about Deshaun Stevenson? He came up with some big shot making for the Mavs in the championship run.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Brendan Haywood is shotgun throw. Pinches Stojakovic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Johnson is checked out for Vince Carter. And it's Bobo in for DC Hill.
Another bucket, and they are just pulling away here now.
Yep, no doubt about it. They're sprinting to the finish line.
Going back to Sean Stevenson. He brought an edge and a nastiness to that opportunity. They have black in recent years. Along with guys like Tyson Chandler and John Murray, Stevenson gave them the defensive versatility that helped turn that team into a more well-rounded club. That's one of the reasons they were able to finally get a championship.
From 17 feet out, and it's now with another.
Well, they played good here tonight. Now they are close to finish that one.
They don't have that time right now.
And here's Hardman. Is guarded by Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson.
Great defensive work right there. Quick hands leading the turnover.
Stolen by Martin. It's 2-on-1. Haywood with a block. So we see the Mavs win here. Some days Clark, everything goes right for a team. They just hit one of those games.
These guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Bird, this is Kevin Harmon. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Dirk Nowitzki.
Alright, let's check out the update on November 23. Mo Williams test free agent for this coming off season. Chicago is time to part ways with Keith Bogans. And who is that? Garrett Temple is out for 2 to 4 weeks from broken rib. And Matt Barnes tests for free agents. Let's check out the end of the last game. The Thunder beat the Lakers. 29 points for Russell Westbrook and 24 points for Kevin Durant. Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol 24 and 20. Grizzlies Bobcats 26 points for Kemba Walker and 25 points from Zach Randolph. 16 points for Mike Conley and 10 points for double. Pacers hold off. The Kyrie Irving scores 34, and even with Roy Hibbert 24, and then George Hill gets double, 15 to 10 points and assists. Let's see the last shot.
3 points.
There's no shot during the way to win the game. Alongside Paul George, 14 to 11, and we're gonna have in the rebounds. Mavericks Rockets, 41 points for Goran Dragic and 13 Whiskey scores 38 points. Terry and Carter. Nets and the Bucks in overtime. Boykin scores 18 points and Jennings scores a double, 17 and 11. Lopez scores 28 points. Who's another player? It's Gaines is 22 points and almost double. Timberwolves survive and 26 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, and Kevin Love scores 24 points and Rubio. Alice scores 33 points. Next up, Jazz Kings upset again as double by Isaiah Thomas, 28 points and 10 boards. Devin Harris scores 27 points and DeMarcus scores 20. Raptors stun Celtics as Rondo scores 22 points. Garnett scores 21. I'm not done. Margani scores 25 points and Valanciunas scores 20. Pistons beat the Blazers. Stocky scores 29 points. And Wallace there's no way to chance 15 points. And the Magic beat the Spurs. No chance right there as Dwight Howard scores 26 points. Let's check out 2 games right here. We got Hornets versus Clippers and Sixers versus Hawks. Did see they did D-League games? Nope. I'm just gonna check out. There's time to go with the Advanced Truth game. See who will win as the Clippers beat the Hornets. As Blake Griffin scores a double, 31 points and 10 boards. Chauncey Billups scores 21 points and Carl Landry scores 20. And next up, Sixers versus Hawks. And the Sixers hold off by the Hawks to a 2-point win, 97-95. And look at Joe Johnson scores 40 points. And Andre Iguodala scores a double, 28 points and 11 boards. And then Holiday scores 25 points. Let's see, did they play D-League alright? So the Mad Ants defeat Skyforce 81-53. Let's check out the upcoming games right there. As there's no D-League games, as 12 game schedule. We got the Rockets, Timberwolves, Magic Bobcats, Grizzlies Thunder, rematch of the Western Conference semifinals, Mavericks Nuggets, Clippers Suns, Jazz Blazers, Bucks Celtics, Raptors Heat, Knicks Nets, Cavaliers Spurs, Hornets Warriors, Kings Lakers, Wizards Pistons, and Bulls Pacers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, 14 games. Who did the missing team? I believe it was the Sixers. I believe it was the Sixers. And the Hawks as well. Let's see the game of the Sixers. Alright, and then how about Hawks? Also too. Alright, that's it for now. This is Andre Shin saying on the 11-1. If we're gonna first stop the end of the video, check out the conference. Mavericks are 11-1, and Heat are 9-1. Who did the first loss? Miami Heat only have 1 loss. Who lost to the New Jersey Nets? in a 10-point loss. 105-95, but Dwayne Wade scores 37 points. So, let's check out the power rankings. Still the same right there. And surprising, Grizzlies are 7-4. Rockets, Clippers, Thunder, Warriors right there, and 4-5-6. Blazers, Suns, and for some reason, surprisingly, the Lakers are 6-6 and currently in number 10. How about in the East? The same with the Bulls, Magic, Pistons, Nets, Knicks, Raptors, and the Pacers, and have the Celtics. How about that? The Celtics fall down to number 10 in the playoffs. Let's check out let's see the team records. Today, the team records right here tonight. Not the playoffs. As LeBron James scores 56 points. Who did the opponent? Who did the opponent by? Who did the opponent? It's Washington Wizards. Wow, LeBron James scores 57 points this year. Let's check out the other ones. Well, 2011 here. 2011. So this is right there. Turn off. You see the Mavericks there? Nothing. No one's seen it happen. The records. They have one record. It was the Miami Heat in November 6, 2011. That showed LeBron dominated. 57 points. Wow, did that happen there? See the records. So Kariata the Bujubar was the real life right here. Alright. Alright, that's now time to go now. It's time to quit game. It's time to save the game for the Dallas Mavericks. And there we go, guys.
From DC Multiverse all the way to DC Direct. So mostly everything.
Guys, that's it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. And we'll see you in the next video up against Denver Nuggets. Don't forget, Tuesday night, after the national championship as the year, so Purdue beats NC State and UConn beats Alabama. So see you next Tuesday. We have Warriors and Lakers in the first game, and Celtics Bucks are the first, and then Golden State LA in the second game. So tomorrow Monday we're going back heads to Denver, Colorado for the Mavericks Nuggets game. This is Andre Kenshin saying so long and goodbye and good night everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night against Denver Nuggets.